So what I actually did before coming into this session right now is I went and jumped on the trampoline with my son. I took a run around the back garden. I did some plyometrics, some jumping to get my blood and my dopamine pumping, right? So what I understand, and that's what I learned from you, Friederike, is that we can actually kind of tweak our body to help our brain perform.
It's a huge insight, isn't it? And since we've been doing this, as you're saying, Jamie, I used to advise people around creativity to go for a run and get on your bike, because we know that's when the ideas happen. But there's so much more to it. And it's reminded me, Jamie, of the work we're doing on the idea of the kind of cognitive athlete, you know, the same as you are, I'm not, I'm afraid to say, as the sports athlete. We should be training just like a sports person trains in order to make sure our brain is in the right space at the right time when we need it to have these cognitive high points, as it were.
Absolutely. And I think this, sorry, Friederike, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. You know, I was just thinking.
I didn't want to get into trouble, because you remember on our last webinar, I got into trouble for cutting you off.
Yeah, and the ironic thing about that was you cut her off to apologize for cutting her off, which is kind of postmodern of you in a way, Jamie.
Now I'm just cutting you guys off. So that gave me all the permission I need. So, you know, we know that sports is truly important for our brains. It prevents dementia. Sorry, I have a speaking trouble today. So it prevents dementia, it improves learning, it makes you think better, it makes you more creative. The big question, I think, for people is, how can you find time to exercise? Like, what can you do? And one simple thing that I like is to integrate it into your day. Like, for example, I had an interview with a journalist before we came together here, and I did that while walking. Right? So I took a few steps. I'm trying to get the 10,000 steps. And whenever I have a call like this, I walk at the same time. What do you do, Greg, to implement it?
Well, it's interesting. Since the three of us have been working together, I've found myself being influenced by both of you. Obviously, on the downside by Jamie. No, only kidding. And what I've found myself doing is I always built in exercise. I've done that for many years, in one kind of 45-minute or an hour-long segment. But now I have these little micro bursts because I've watched you there in Germany, the star jumps and everything. So when I have one of these, you know, these interminably long Zoom calls that go on for like an hour, I go and run into the garden and do 25 star jumps.